Hey everyone, it's Melissa, and this is my unique Christmas card or New Year's letter where I get to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and get to update you on 2010, but also relay to you what God has taught me this year and what He's laid on my heart as we enter in this new year. And this just is a new twist because one, I am horrible at getting Christmas cards in the mail, but two, I thought it would be neat to convey in person where you can see and hear me without being confined to the folds of a card or the margins of a page. And so I've been thinking, what do I say to everyone? And if you're watching this, thank you for being you. You are such a blessing in my life, and I love you all very much. And you've had a big part of my wonderful year I've had, whether it was through thoughts, prayers, kind words, cards, just being there for me. Thank you so much. And I think about 2010, and it was probably the hardest year of my life, yet the most incredibly blessed. And nothing that is wonderful ever comes easy, and I believe that is so true because that describes this year to a T. And I always knew 2010 was going to be a really big year for me because I would be graduating college and be getting my first big girl job. So going to this year, I'm not going to lie, I was probably singing a pretty selfish tune, had a little bit of a big head. And about 4 days into the new year, I got a call that I was a pretty sick girl. And it was devastating, and I could only question God that why would He do that to me on a year that was supposed to be so happy. And as I'm sitting there questioning this, I'd been crying, I'd been talking to my family. I had to go to the post office, which is never your want to do on a day, one where it's a bad day, but to any day during the holidays or after the new year. It's a complete madhouse. There's a lot of people there. So I have to go to the post office, and I'm wearing my ball cap. I've been crying, and I'm standing in the line. This lady jumps up behind me, and she says, "Hey, how are you? Happy New Year!" And just she was the happiest lady alive. She had to have been. And she begins to tell me about the stack of letters she has. And in each envelope, there's a poem for each one of her friends, and it's called Today is a Good Day. And I said, well, that's real nice of you. And she said, yeah, I'll tell you a little bit about it. It's religious. And I said, okay. And I remember the first thing that stuck out to me. She said, when you've been struck with illness or you can't understand why God has done something in your life that might be devastating, today is a good day. Always remember that. And it began to explain why today was a good day. And it was anywhere from He gave us the ability to breathe. He gave us the ability to touch lives. He gave us the ability to live, period. And the gears began to turn, and I said, yeah, it could be a lot worse. And I felt just a small peace rush over me. And she goes to her window, I go to mine, and she leaves before me. I'm finishing up everything. And I walk back out, and this lady pops around the corner again, and she said, remember, today is a good day. And at that moment I knew that God put her in my life for a reason, because she ultimately began the way I look at this year. Today is always a good day, regardless of the kind of day we've had, because God has gave us this awesome blessing of life. Regardless of how good or bad it may be, it is a blessing nonetheless. And so, beginning of the year was a little tough for me. We did undergo procedures. I have a wonderful family who was there through and through, and wonderful friends who encouraged me. But we made it through boards. I passed all my boards and got my Bachelor's of Science in Dental Hygiene, and I'm now a registered dental hygienist. And I work at a private practice in Cabot, my hometown. And it is a wonderful office full of amazing women, and also work for a father-son team. But it's a great Christian office, and you get to listen to Christian music all the time. It's just a real positive place, and so I consider myself very blessed to have the job that I do. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I love my patients so much, and it's definitely a career that I can see growing in many ways, but it has been such a blessing. in just a short 6 months that I've had it. And as I prepped in the summer, I had said for the year before, since 2009, that I wanted to go back to Miss Arkansas. I'd competed in a lot of pageants up until I had gotten sick, and I couldn't understand why God would take that away from me too. And I began to just say, okay, what's the purpose in this? And God ended up letting me know in about April, very loud and clear, that pageants weren't on his agenda for me, that I was supposed to be going to Romania on a medical and dental mission trip. And I had the wonderful blessing of going to Romania in October for 2 weeks, and it was the experience of my life. It I know is going to be something that I will do for years to come. If God is calling you somewhere, go. Don't worry about money. Don't worry about any of the logistics that go into it. God will provide for you if he calls you. And I want to say that over 4 days, we pulled in the ballpark between 400 and 500 teeth. It was simply amazing. And the team we had was just totally God designed, and it was awesome. And so I went to Romania, and God has just transformed my life this year, and he has taken me from sick to healthy, to a student, to a working woman that is incredibly blessed. And he's taken me from completely heartbroken to heart-filled, and I'm so very happy to stand here at the end of 2010 and know that it's not about me. It's not about the plans I make for myself, but it's about the plans that God makes for me, and it's about the plans he makes for you. Because without him, we would be nothing, and our plans are nothing. They are ultimately his plans. We just have the blessing of life to live them out. And that is why today is always a good day. And so my New Year's resolution, I thought about what I wanted to do, and a lot of people say, oh, I'm going to lose weight, or I'm going to do this, or that. I'm going to stick to what I've learned gradually throughout the year, and it's not about me. It's all about him. And to never pass up the opportunity to put yourself last. And I know that sounds weird, but put God first in your life, and put others before yourself, and give, and God will bless you richly. And I know that each and every one of you has a special heart for the Lord, and I'm so thankful that he's put you in my life. But I just pray that you put that into action this year, and I encourage you and I support you in your New Year's resolutions. But just think about that. And thank you so much for listening to me. I love you all so much, and I hope your holidays were absolutely wonderful, and God has blessed you in so many ways. And I pray that 2011 will be an amazing year for you, just like 2010, and I know 2011 will be for me. God bless, and I hope to see you all soon. If I don't get to talk to you, a good way to keep up with me is through my blog. It's mmsimmons22.blogspot.com, and I'm always updating it, or at least I try to. But it kind of gives you a good insight as to what I'm doing and where I'm going. But really, I do hope I get to talk to you soon. And I love you all very much. I'll talk to you later. Bye.